Amid the ongoing Manipur violence, the Manipuri victims based in Mizoram are fleeing from Manipur by road and by flight. This is happening after an organization made of former militants issued a statement regarding the safety of Manipuri victims residing in Mizoram. We have some important voices who are joining us on the broadcast right now. I have Ronald with me from Churachandpur, Mandop Lakai, who's staying at Pune right now. And we also have with us Lima, also from the Mandop Lakai area, who's currently living in Kolkata. I am also being joined by Irom Rohan, who's a humanitarian activist from the Meitei area. If I can begin this conversation with Ronald. Ronald, if you can just help explain to our viewers, where exactly were you earlier and when exactly did you leave?
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Okay. I leave Churchandpur, Mandavletka, my area, on the midnight of this May 3, and I was rescued from my home at the midnight of May 3 to this mini secretariat, which is DC office. So I stayed there around for 3 or 4 days there. Then after that, I was rescued again, bring back to the Meitei dominated area, that is Moira. So that is how I leave a place, my birthplace so-called Churchandpur. So anything else? Did you want to know more than that?
Ronald, if you can just help explain to our viewers what exactly happened, what threat did you receive that made you leave?
Yes, see, frankly speaking, I just want to let you know that this victim testimony, yes, it will be a new things to you, but we have been spreading all this news, plus we have been testifying my own story to whole the nation and plus whole people of Manipur. Yeah, my point here is that this is not a new thing for the people of Turkey. We have been dominated by the Kuki people, means Kuki tribe, and I am born and brought up from Churchandpur. Plus, we are totally habited there. We have been staying there for more than 70 years. And yeah, there's a time that like a place called Churchandpur was so not so safe for the people of this Meitei people, because it was totally dominated, and plus we are facing all this humiliation from the past 30 years. It's not a new thing for the people of Turchan. Now you can ask to every people of Turchan, and you can find the answer very easily. See, we have been humiliating from my childhood. One example is that I just came up in my mind. That is, when we go to the school, we are forced to be like
Okay.
to follow the Christianity. One an example. So we are forced to be. It does not mean that I'm against the Christianity, but it is I'm against those people who force it. If my heart tell me that I should follow Christianity, I'm very much so. I'm not against the community, but I'm not against the religion. So that is the humiliation that we face, and plus other things is that, like example again, that is people of Churchandpur people, which means the Meitei people who are located in Churchandpur, officially or we are not allowed to take this domicile certificate. Okay. Even though I have a land patta of my own, I am not allowed to take a domicile certificate.
Okay, but
So
Ronald, I'd just like to understand what exactly has happened in, say, the last 10 days that has made you move out, and what exactly is the situation as far as your family, friends, relatives are concerned? Are more and more people packing up their bags and leaving? If
yeah,
you
I'm
can
coming
just
there.
help us understand the ground situation a little bit better.
Yes, yes, I'm coming there. But if you want to understand the deep root of what is the conflict of this Manipur, you have to understand the from the beginning. I just cannot jump from the middle. So
Right, to
that's why I
please
will
go
come.
ahead. Yes, go ahead. Please explain to us.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, there. So what that kinds of humiliation we are facing in the church temple, right? And so yeah, like one more example is that we are not allowed to open our own shop. This is which is also known as hardware shop. Meitei people are not allowed to open hardware shop in church temple. So that kind of humiliations and tax was taken from us by the so-called Kuki militant. So from the past 10 years. Now coming back to this past 10 days. So like in April 27, there was one big trouble was created on Chuchanpur itself. There was inauguration which has to be performed by the so-called our CM Biren. Then he was invited to do the inauguration of this open gym, which is in the Chuchanpur New Lanka, and they have uh, make the clear conviction that Biren was not invited there. So the open gym was burned down on the night of this 27. And that violence took place till the morning of this April 29. April 29, till the morning of April 29, the violence was took place. So all the people, all the this commando from everywhere of this Manipur was there in Churchanpur to control this violence. So luckily the violence was controlled, and we came across that Atshum was planning this peace relay, so-called peace relay, for this against the ST demand or so-called ST demand of this Meitei.
Okay.
So the peace relay before the peace relay there was full planning that on the May 2 midnight the violence was already started. They started burning down this temple of this Meitei, which is located at Mata place at the midnight of May 2. They have already started there, and like they have started burning down this so-called this forest office on before this May 3 violence erupted. So the peace relay was took place on the May 3, and it took place around 10:30 a.m. And the relay was uh, so from Churchanpur till this Torbung, the relay was took place, and around 2:30 or something, I don't know this, around 2:30 or 3, we came to know that there is some uh, fight going on between these Kuki people and these Meitei people in the Torbung. And we came to know again that in that fight, this Kuki militant was involved, and it was AK-47 was carried freely in the road in front of every people. So there we are living on the Churchanpur, this town. So Torbung is a place which is a border of this Churchanpur. So we came to know that so the violence was erupted, and
Okay.
there was this Kuki militant or Kuki people start burning down the house of this Meitei. So the fear was there for us that we have decided at around 5 p.m. we have decided to shelter plus to find this what to say so-called safe place. From
Okay.
our home we start living, and we have what we start thinking the safe place, taking the shelter of the safe place. Now around 7 p.m. the the, 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 the so-called this Kuki militant plus the Kuki this mob start using the violence, and they start burning down the houses of this Churchanpur in the town, Churchanpur town. Now my home is very near with this Trochanpur police station, and I see with my eyes also that my house was burned down in front of me, but I can't do anything. I can't do anything. I call this fire brigade, plus I call the
Okay.
measure, one
Right.
so-called Assam rifle measure. But the army has fully instructed me that don't go out, don't go out.
Okay.
You don't need to save your house. Now your life is more matter. If you go out, your life will be in risk. So stay in your safe place. That was fully instructed to me. So I follow the instruction, and and like I follow the instruction of this Assam rifle measure, one of the measure, and he took my address at around 8:30. I keep on calling the measure shop from Assam rifle, 27 sector Assam rifle. So right now all the violence was started there. Since we stay in our one place, one so-called safe place, we cannot see all the violence took place in every nook and corner of the structure.
Okay. All
So,
right. Okay.
so
Ronald, I will come back to you. There are a few more voices that are waiting to also share their stories. Let me also bring into the conversation Irom Rohan Singh, if I can. Irom, if you can just tell our viewers what exactly was the situation when you left, and how exactly are your friends and family right now?
First of all, thank you, NewsX, for inviting me here in the platform. Honestly, I have been the voice of Meitei Christians, especially in the whole context of Manipur. And I myself, I'm not a victim of the entire thing, but I have been a very close spectator and have been taking all the voices from my Meitei Christian brothers and sisters from all the near and dear ones. And the place itself where Ronald has been telling us about, Sisipur, let me tell you with the number of Meitei houses, Christian houses, which was burned in Sisipur. There has been a very strong debate in the past 2-3 days that the present conflict right now happening in Manipur is on the context of religion. And ethnically, I belong to Meitei, and religiously, I belong to Christians. So I have some connections with the Kukis because 80% of them follow Christianity, and 20% of them are considered themselves to be as a lost tribe of Israel. And that's, in this pretext, I wanted to make very, one point very clear, that this communal clash happening between Kuki and the Meitei has nothing to do with religion. And that is one very ultimatum, source of information that I have been trying to tell the entire people of the world, entire people of India, and especially to all the media fraternities. Because there has been agenda that this is a Hindu and Christian fight. It has turned to, this and that and so on for all the political gains and everything. But being myself from the community itself of Meitei, I believe this has nothing to do with religion. Yes, I accept the matter of fact that churches are being vandalized, and even my old church in Thamna Bokpi, specifically I'm naming you, was also in one of the lists which was vandalized by our Meitei mobs itself. And also I have the records of how many churches are being vandalized. I don't know how much official this is, but we have a number of more than 300 plus churches being vandalized. And also the most saddening part is that the entire India, I would say, and especially to most of my Christianity fraternity, has been wrongly misinformed that this was a Christian attack. Let me just put up to some history of 1993, where the similar kind of conflict happened between the Nagas and the Kuki. The Nagas are also a very big, local tribe, our local, ethnic group which belong to the Christian community. Whereas the Kukis in that time also, they have started to arise their numbers, and that is a very same reason why an ethnic clash happened in 1993 to 1997 on the pretext of community clash, which the Naga says that lands which belong to them were started to be conquered by the Kukis. And that is the reason why 5 years of ethnic clash was happening in 1993 to 1997 on the same pretext of the reason why the ethnic clash is happening today. And that time it was two Christian community fighting, Nagas and the Kuki. And I don't know what kind of playing game or what kind of minority card or what kind of a church card or Christian card with the Kuki placed during that time, because it was a Christian community itself. Accidentally and unluckily now it's a fight between the Meiteis itself. We Meiteis have a population of around 15 lakhs approximately, and 1.5 lakhs are believed to be Meitei Christians. And these Meitei Christians were also not spared by our Kuki brothers and sisters, even though we share the same faith. And our Meitei Christian houses have been burned down, around 150 to 180 in Sisipur alone. Few of them in More and places like Fayeng, in places like Sugnu, Napat, Sero. These are all places where the Meitei Christians are there. And these Meitei Christians were being attacked by our Kuki Christians. If they love to use this, Christian term, then I would try to segregate it in the Christian format. So we were being also attacked by all the Kuki Christians. And for your information, especially to our Kuki brothers and sisters, 4 churches, including to the Meitei Christian churches, were also burned down by the Kuki Christians. And on this agenda where Christians have started burning Christians' churches, how can you go? How can you go all the way to European Union and claim yourself that this is a Christian attack happening by the majority to the minority? What about us? What about the Meitei Christians? What about our 150 to 180 house in Sisipu? What about our 4 churches? What about our pastors' houses which are being burned down by you guys? So you just can't, go and play a minority game, a tribal card or a Christian card. And yes, I know truth takes time. And it is my sole responsibility as a leader from the Meitei Christian side that I will go to the entire city of the country. I'll go city one by one if necessary. I'll keep on releasing, telling the real story. I'll keep on meeting all the Christian fraternity, telling that this has nothing to do with religion. Yes, I'm a very proud Christian. No matter what any kind of community, even my community comes and blackmail me that you should come back to the roots or Sanamahism or Hindu, I always proudly say that I'm a proud Christian and I will never do that. But this doesn't mean that I will this doesn't mean that I will go to the Christian car or trap into the Christian car thing, and I can't go for my territorial integrity. I cannot compromise my territorial integrity just for the sake of my Christian card. So you guys are coming on blaming me and telling that you are a Christian, you have to help us out in this so-called separate administration, breaking the territorial integrity of Manipur. I'm so sorry, I'm not ready for that. But yes, if you are being persecuted for the sake of Christ, if you are being persecuted for the sake of church, I'm ready to fight for that. Any Christian, whether it might be a Tamil, whether it might be a Keralite, whether it might be a Malayali, whether it might be any kind of ethnic group, it might be. He or she is a Christian, I'm ready to help them as a Christian. But I have to make this point very clear that the war which is happening right now has nothing to do with religion. The European Union has been misguided. The entire of the Christianity fraternity has been misguided. Yes, I again and again accept the fact churches are being burned down. But you must also be aware that 32 mandirs were also burned by our Kuki Christians, and this has to come to the lights. And when mandirs and churches are both sides are being affected, you cannot always go with the claim that only the Christians are attacked. And how come Christians are also attacking the Christian? So I have a very clear, crystal clear point that truth will come out one day. I'm not speaking to you by emotions, my dear viewers. I'm speaking to you by facts and figure. This has nothing to do with religion. This will take time, but the truth will come out.
Okay, we're also being joined by Ibango Philim from Churachandpur, who's at a relief camp in Vishnupur right now. Ibango, if you can just help explain to our viewers what exactly is the situation on the ground like?
That one, on that thought, started by that thought 6:30 a.m. 6:30 p.m. So at that moment they started burning our houses and gunned down Blankfire or somewhere else. After that, we tried to protect it so as to be live in peace and harmony. But without that one, they started shooting us and burning down the houses and everything, whatever they like, they have done it. So the next day, that means that fort, they looted the houses. After that, they burned down and destroyed everything. Not only that one, my shop was there, say at Sursanpur, Inungandi Xerox, Inungandi Computer Works. It was on that fort, it was not happening at all. No one is there. I already logged it and everything is all right. But after sometimes it was looted and everything was lost.
Right.
That was, hello?
Yes,
Hello?
yes, sir, go on, go on.
Yes. That much I know it.
Right, absolutely. We also have Lima, who's been waiting patiently. Is Lima still with us on the broadcast? Okay. Bangu, I come back to you. If you can just help explain to our viewers what is the assistance that you currently very urgently require?
Well, it's say, from government side, they can do it what they like or what we like. We want to be at Sursanpur, but say no means at all. So that is up to the government, and government will decide it.
Absolutely. And who exactly, where exactly do you think people are then getting their arms and ammunitions from in Manipur?
That one I cannot say exact.
All right, Mr. Falam, thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast. The very troubled times, and you're joining us from a relief camp. So thank you so much for at least putting out your voice there and helping us understand.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.